Hello everybody, and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra, and on my channel I share with you guys mine and my husband's paychecks, and we do budget with me's, cash stuffing, saving challenges. Sometimes we do a little bit of happy mail, and definitely a little bit of chaos gets thrown into the mix. So in this video I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my first and real debt confession. Now, I have been holding this back a little bit because, of course, you don't want to give away too much of what you're dealing with. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. Oh, and by the way, I found my pin at work. It was hiding behind one of my folders that I had on my desk. This past week was so crazy at work. My desk was a complete mess at work. On Friday, I finally had some time to clean it and I felt so much better, and I found my pin. So I was so happy. I was like, I knew I would find you. So yay, I got my pin back. This is my absolute favorite. I showed it to you all once in a separate video, but these are amazing and they are super quiet with their little clicks. So yes, I'm happy I've got it back. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a debt confession. This is debt confession number 1 because I'm still not giving you everything. I am basically going to be giving you guys my plan for 2024. If I am still on YouTube by the end of 2024, then we'll go into debt confession number 2 and we'll have a new plan for 2025. But for right now, I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and just put it out there. And I know I wrote it in this journal, but I will be switching it to my new journal as soon as I get it in more, in more depth and I have better numbers. For January, then that's when I'll go ahead and I'll start rearranging it and putting it in there. But for now, it is Señor Original. Yes, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this is debt confession number 1. And today's date is December 8th, 2023. And I was sitting here and I was thinking about my plan for 2024 because that's what we should be doing right now in this time, right before the new year starts. And so I've already kind of given you guys my goals that I have for 2024, but this is more, concentrated on debt. So here are my thoughts and plans for tackling this debt that I'm going to show you for 2024. And so these will be the current debts that I want to tackle for 2024. I plan on using the snowball method as it fits for our budget. So it may not be the traditional snowball method, but it is something that I feel that will fit with our budget. And the goal, of course, is to pay down and pay off debt by the end of 2024. Will we have paid off every single one of these debts? Probably not, but like I said, the goal is to pay down and pay off. So whatever we don't pay off will definitely get paid down. So that's the plan. And also, I would like to free up this money and add it to our GDGS and or our sinking funds. I know that my teacher friends here who are budgeters, I know that you guys understand how us as teachers, we only get paid once a month. And that means we have to stretch our money so thin sometimes. And even with adding in my husband's paycheck, we still stretch it super thin. And so that's the plan, is to free up the money, bring it back into our GDGS and or our sinking funds. So those of you who don't know, my GDGS means groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. That's what that stands for. I just kind of put it in its own category because I always budget for those first after I pay all of the bills, because those are the necessities. The sinking funds all come afterwards. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's see here for my debt confession. Here we are. Number 1, you guys are familiar with this, tires. For the tires, we owe $82.27, but this will get paid off this month. And I already have money in extra debt, plus whatever the minimum payment is, and we're going to just go for it. And so we only owe $82.27. Back in September, the original amount was about $904. And so we've already paid that down. We tackled it using, of course, our savings challenges and the extra debt money that we save monthly. Every month we save about $75 for extra payment for debt, and it has helped tremendously. So that's what we plan on to continue, is adding those $25 from every paycheck that we have and then bringing it into whatever we use for our minimum payment. So tires will be done before December is over. So ba-bam. So once that happens, of course, then the next debt we want to tackle is my husband's student loan. I went back and I had to check it. Right now, we owe $529.59. But as you know, with these student loans, the interest is still building up. So it may be at $529 right now, but when I make the payment, it's going to be slightly higher. So that's going to be, something that happens with the rest of these. For the tires, right now, it's currently at no interest if paid in full before, I believe the date was March, but we're going to be done with it. So there's no interest, adding up to that particular payment or that debt. So I'm happy about that. But that's why we want to try to get rid of it right now, because we want to add that minimum payment of $40 to our next debt. And so once we are done paying off his, we are going to go into this one. This is one that I've been telling you guys about. I want to attack this Affirm. This Affirm was something that we did during the summer months. We went to San Antonio and we used, I'm getting a message. Excuse me. All right, guys, sorry about that. Yes, it was my husband. He took our girls to their dance performance that they had this evening. I was watching my mother last night at her place because she wasn't feeling very well. So I stayed home. I was relaxing, and my husband just wanted to check in. So let's get back into business. All right, so this is the Affirm that I had been talking about in previous videos. We use this to go on vacation to San Antonio back in July of 2023. And so we still owe $1,258.19. As you know, there is interest on Affirm, and the interest rate is usually very high. I don't know the interest rate off the top of my head, but I know it is very high. So it is scheduled to be paid off by December, but my goal is to pay it off before then. So that way we don't pay all of that interest that it accumulates. So we're going to see. And the minimum payment for that is $96.90. Then this is a new one. Not new, but new to you. Amazon. This is my Amazon credit card. I have not been using it, so it has been going down, but as you can see, the minimum payment is very low, and really only about $12 of the minimum payment goes towards the principal. So yes, that is going to be one that I want to bring down. And so we owe $1,132.64. And so once we get that snowball method rolling, that's where we want to hit it. So we got that. And then the last one is Target. This one I have not been using as well. This one I used to use almost religiously, and I have not been using it. So it feels good that I haven't been using it, and it has been going down, but it does have interest. So from this payment, it only about $18 goes towards the principal. So it's pretty sad. But yes, so here's Target, and that's $1,930.22. So if we look at our grand totals, this is the amount of debt that I would like to tackle for 2024. Now I know it's going to be a higher number because of interest, etc. But I do want to at least try to free up this money, the $351.50 of the minimum payments by the end of the year. as best or as much as I can, because yes, I would like to continue to do the snowball method, but I also understand that I need to be able to move some of that money, like I said, over here for our GDGS and our sinking funds. So I have this plan, and so let me just kind of go through it with you guys a little bit at a time. It's kind of redundant, but you'll get what I mean. So starting in January, I will add the $40 from the tires to the payment for hubby's student loan, making it $151.60 plus whatever extra debt money we save monthly. So if we have the $151.60 and we add $75 to that, that means that we would be making payments of about $226.60 a month. And, you know, with interest and all this other stuff, I don't know exactly when it will be done, but the goal, of course, is to pay it off by April 2024. And so once that gets started, then we move that snowball to the next one. So by May then, maybe April, but, you know, this is me just thinking about how interest goes. By May 2024, then the Affirm payments will change to $248.50 plus the extra debt money that we save monthly. So the $248.50 plus $75, that means we would be making about $323.50 a month towards the Affirm. And wherever the balance is at that point, then that means it's going to be being hit more aggressively. And that will be a tremendous help. Now, remember, I'm also doing the 100 envelope challenge, and I don't know exactly when that will be done, but this money that is being saved in the 100 envelope challenge is going to go towards debt. So wherever we fall with that particular envelope challenge, if it finishes and we're right here, then it's getting paid off. And we just move it to the next one. So then you can see here, by August of 2024, the Amazon payments will change to $287.50. So if we go to $287.50 plus the $75, then that means the payments would be about $362.50. And then that one will be finally starting to go down, you know, more aggressively. And we will see the actual debt payments come down. So the only sad part is, and it's this last little bit here, is that by December 2024, so it's my target date was to try to have everything paid off by then. So as you can see, it says target payments will change to $351.50 plus the $75 a month, $426.50. So I'm not sure how far down we will be with Target once we're able to start those payments, but I'm really depending on the 100 envelope challenge, that savings challenge, to help me tackle this debt, plus any little savings challenges that I do to really help me bring this down, because my goal is to pay down this debt. That is my biggest goal. And that's without changing anything too drastically from what we are currently budgeting for. So that's why it's a method, or it's a snowball method. It's not too aggressive, but at the same time, it will get more and more aggressive as we go further into 2024. So here's to hoping, here's to planning, here's to making sure that we make the best of it and try to get it done. I hope you guys were able to follow along with me. And, you know, I have my plan and I really want to get it done. And like I said, I will be transferring what I wrote here into my other planner, so that way I can really keep track of it. And, you know, it's just really those kinds of thoughts and planning process that it helps me to write things down. And it is something that really opens my eyes, helps me to see things, and also gets me to be more aware of my habits, but also of what I'm capable of. And so thank you for spending time with me here. As always, you know, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you can, and I will be seeing you in the next video. All right, guys, take care. Bye.